Hey, what's going on, Perky people? It's Travis from Perky's Coffee House. Hey, one of my last videos got some crazy cool attention, including the attention of some other business owners, and the guys kind of thanked me for telling it how it is. I thought I was going to get in trouble. I actually thought that I was going to get pulled aside and thrown out in the desert somewhere, but I didn't, and that's kind of a cool thing too. But one of the things these guys were talking about is money. Like most of the time you guys go out to a business owner and you're like, hey, how's it going? You know, they're like, oh, pretty good. And, you know, sometimes that's not always the case, and these guys kind of spilled their guts on this. So this is what the business owners are really making. So check this out. Here's the map. There's a guy in town. He has 2 restaurants. I won't say what city and I won't say what name. Okay, and right now, he's bringing in about $1,000 a day. Some of you guys are like, wow, that's amazing. $1,000 a day. That's pretty cool. But he's netting 5% of that. So if you look at this, you're saying, okay, 5%. So if you net 5% of 1,000, that means this guy's making $50 a day. $50 a day is not that much for anyone. Now, if you're an employee, you're like, oh man, I got to work 40 hours a week. That's so crazy, right? Whatever. Or you're like, hey man, they've downsized my shop. I'm only working like 20 hours a week. That's not cool. But when you're the owner, a 100-hour work week is about normal. So check this out. So this guy's making $50 a day times 7 days a week, right? And these guys don't get hardly any days off. That equals $350 a week. Now, for some of you guys, like, oh, that's not that bad. Now, if he's working 100 hours a week, right? Do the math. That means this guy's making $3.50 an hour. $3.50 an hour. $3.50 an hour is not the best, man. When we jack up minimum wage here at the end of the year, then the next year, the next year, the next year, these guys got to make some serious, hard decisions. Do they want to just wrap up shop and go on unemployment themselves, or welfare, or send all their employees on welfare? You know, what are they going to do? One of the sushi chicks in town, I was talking to her, and she was saying she hasn't been paid in 2 years. Like the increase of minimum wage is probably going to kill her. I know that like the studies from the colleges say opposite, but when you talk to a business owner, ask them to tell the truth. The truth might not set you free. There's another guy in town. He's got a few restaurants, and I was talking to him because him and his wife put in like 100+ hours a week times 2 people. So you're looking like 200 hours a week, and their net right now, check this out, for multiple restaurants is right around minimum wage. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you because sometimes you think some of these guys are all about the money and they're being stingy or greedy. They're not being stingy or greedy. They just don't have a whole lot to spare. Anyhow, I thought I'd share that with you. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.